The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
J.C. Cooley, and wow, we got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way. As you already know, it's Tuesday. 306 Degree Health. Dr. Michael Mantell. The link is what you think. And he has done it again, audience. He had chosen another absolutely wonderful, outstanding, superb guest to come on and enlighten us about mental health. I know many things. It's so many things that we need to understand about the myth and the truths about that subject. And we got an absolutely superb guest that's going to share her ideas with us and make sure that we understand. I tell you, how you doing, Dr. Michael Mantell? But I tell you what, before we even do anything, I know Todd is probably getting ready to kill me. Let's bring the show on. Todd, can we bring all the other platforms in.
Paging Dr. James Cooley. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life.
Hello. Welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And as you already know, it's Tuesday, 306 Degree Health. The real host of the show on Tuesday is Dr. Michael Mantell. And he has done it again. I mean, you're getting ready to find out. We got an absolutely fantastic guest that we're going to be discussing a lot of things with. And I'm looking forward to it. How you doing, Dr. Michael Mantell?
Yeah, I'm doing terrific. Thank you for asking. And we have so many good things going on in life. We have to be grateful and to all of it. And today's guest is another example. I like to go out and look for guests that bring something really meaningful and uplifting. And today's child adolescent psychiatrist is exactly going to do that for us.
Wow. And Dr. Cooley, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great today. I can't wait to introduce this guest and the title of today's show.
I tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching us on, whether it's E360 Television, Transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Rumble, and over 80 other platforms, welcome to the show. If you want to be part of this great discussion that we're going to have with this great guest, all you have to do is just go to the platform, the comments, and go to the comments on the platform that you're watching us on. Ask any question that you might have, or you can pick up the phone, calls KCBQ AM 1170 to answer, K-Sky AM 660 to answer, KCBQ in San Diego, K-Sky is in Dallas. You pick up the phone and call the producer, Todd, and he will put you through. So, Michelle, can you please introduce the title of the show, purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely fantastic guest?
Yes, the title of today's show is Truths versus Myths in Mental Health. And we're having a sit-down conversation with Dr. Yuna Care. She's a board-certified child and adolescent psychiatrist. We're going to discuss mental health is not a weakness. Seeking support is a sign of strength. Healing takes time, and Christians can struggle too. So Dr. Yuna Care, again, she has practiced medicine in diverse settings, including juvenile correctional facilities, community mental health clinics, psychiatric hospitals, and in global psychiatric care. She currently serves as development officer at Valeo, a nonprofit organization that provides counseling and psychiatric care for global workers and their families. She's passionate about speaking life-giving truths on mental health. Dr. Care boldly shares from her own experience of suffering along with her growing knowledge and understanding of the human mind. She lives in Michigan with her husband and her 2 young children. Please welcome to the show for the very first time, Dr. Yuna Care.
Very nice to meet you all.
Wonderful to have you here, Dr. Care.
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Wow. It's an absolute pleasure having you here, especially the topic that we're going to talk about today, because just like I mentioned in the green room, it's so prevalent across the world, especially in the United States. So I always ask the first question, Dr. Care. Can you tell our viewers and our listeners a little bit more about you, where you grew up, what makes you click, why you're so passionate about the things that you are doing?
Yeah, well, I appreciate the opportunity to meet you all and a meaningful conversation about things that matter in life today. So my name is Yuna. My first name is Yuna, but there's a space between you and Na, so it's often confusing. People sometimes call me you. My last name is Care. I am Korean. I was born and grew up in Korea, South Korea, and my parents still live in Korea right now. Right now, I live in Michigan with my 2 little children and my husband. So I'm a board-certified child and adolescent psychiatrist, as Dr. Michelle Cooley introduced me very kindly. I'm a mother of 2 young children. Gracie, she's 4.5. She's smart, creative, adventurous, little warrior, female warrior. And Micah is 2, and she still loves his stuffies and loves his mama. So I'm going to cherish these moments. I'm married to my husband, Mike, who's an orthopedic surgeon. And so he fixes hips and knees with precision and skills. As a psychiatrist, I trained in medicine and the art of listening in clinics, hospitals, prisons, and community mental health settings. And I also worked globally through Valeo. It's a nonprofit organization that provides counseling and psychiatric care to global workers and their families. And I met with these families virtually, people living in places like South Africa, Kenya, Eastern Europe, and many Asian countries. My current role with Valeo is a development officer. So first, I want to tell more people about the work we do and share how important it is to care for those who have limited or no access to mental health care. And second, I want more people to join us and share their gifts so we can send more counselors and psychiatrists to serve them in person, face to face. So once again, I consider it a privilege to speak with you, all of you guys here today, and speak with listeners. And I'm very nervous. Said I can say that I'm nervous. Thank you again.
We're a very warm and comforting group here. Dr. Kheir, we have so much interest and overlap. Children, adolescent, mental health, working in correctional facilities, having been in school in Philadelphia, University of Pennsylvania, and so forth. So I'm curious, what drew you into the world of child and adolescent psychiatry in the first place?
I fought for a long time going into psychiatry. In fact, I didn't know about psychiatry before starting medical school. So I would say that the journey that took me to where I am has really been a journey of my own healing, my own growth. So how did I choose? I don't know if I chose it as much as it was just laid out for me on my path. I thought I was going to be a surgeon, general surgeon growing up, because that was all I saw growing up as somebody who can help work globally and fix things and make impact in people's lives. And then I went into medical school. I loved neurosurgery, as well as I remember the cardiac surgery rotation I was doing, and the heart was wide open, and I got to touch it with my gloves on, and I did the neurosurgery rotation and saw the brain. So anyway, I saw all these different rotations. While doing all these different rotations, there were opportunities for me to pursue different specialties in medicine. But psychiatry was the field of medicine where it allowed me to grow. It was a field of medicine where it allowed me to really deeply connect with my own pains, my own traumas, and through healing and meditations and reflections, deepening in my understanding, it allowed me to empathize with people. Well, I don't know why, maybe because it's a radio show, it's making me very emotional. I'm about to cry. My mom, I remember asking, are you sure you want to go into psychiatry? You're going to be depressed, or those people that you talk to may affect you, right? And, what if you become psychotic? And because with their limited understanding of what psychiatry is. But I remember knowing, like, I have deeply grounded conviction of who I am and what I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I can be wherever, even prisons and hospitals and inpatient hospitals, with aggression popping out everywhere. I know, not because of me, but because of the conviction and faith in me, I know I will be able to carry that compassion and empathy to people around me. So I am so deeply thankful that I can be a psychiatrist, especially in children and adolescent field, to speak truth to children and adolescents and parents and families. And I can advocate for the good things in social media, in public, even in the radio show that I've never been part of before. So it's just been a blessing.
Well, your heart is coming through.
Thank you.
And so you've walked alongside children, adolescents, families in some of life's most difficult, most stressful, emotional spaces. What have these experiences taught you about resilience and healing?
Healing is a destination as much as a direction. Healing is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey. And I've been privileged to be in space where a young child, for the first time opens up about sexual abuse that was happening in the house. And to be there was just, it was a sacred moment. And I knew that that was just the beginning of that young woman's healing. And resilience is not something that's just given to you. It's many people, we have it intrinsically, but it's also built with people around you, those who care about you, these people in healing professions. We're all human, so we're going to wound each other. But to be human is to be wounded. But to also heal is part of being human, and that happens in relationships. So resilience, it's a very simple but deep question. And
Dr. Kheir, can you hold that thought? It's great. But we want to come back and we want to pick it up on healing, deep thought, let you get that point out there. I tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching us on, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer, or you can pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
JC, Cooley, that's right. I hope y'all ready. It's that show. It's your life. Doctor, James, JC, Cooley. Doctor, James, JC, Cooley. James, Cooley, show. It's your life.
The future is here. Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible, integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are. Grow in.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
That's right. It's Dr. James. Your life with Dr. James.
Hello. Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, and this absolutely fantastic guest that you brought on, Dr. Michael Mantell. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, we only been through one segment, and I like what she said in the first segment as it relates to her name. You care. I mean, yeah, you can't. That's what it's all about. It's caring, and the perfect name, Doc. The perfect name. And the topic that we're talking about is the perfect topic to talk about in today's time. because we all get stressed out. We all get in that zone. We all are susceptible. I wouldn't say depression, stressed out, but all of these things are major things that I believe that cause us to have mental health problems because sometimes we don't want to share what's going through our mind with anybody else. And that's why it's so important that we talk about this as much as possible. Dr. Kara, you was explaining a couple of things where we had to take the break because my producer, Todd, I mean, he would beat me up. No, no.
I
But
apologize.
but we had to take a break. But I want to get back to that. Dr. Mike, do you remember the question that you had asked, and so we can finish that thought?
We were talking about healing, Dr. Care, and you were describing your approach to what is healing. And so let's get back into that a little bit.
Yeah. I was just mentioning how deep and profound of a topic it is to talk about healing, right? I think a lot of us, myself included, psychiatrists, psychologists, mental health professionals, are trained with diagnosis, right? Criteria, categorizations. And DSM-5 is one of the tools, right? I even have it right here.
I remember when it was this thin.
Now it's very thick.
Yeah, amazing, right? Oh my goodness.
And they're helpful. Those are very, very helpful tools to help us find ways to measure, so to say, how much in this area somebody has improved, right? Like somebody has PTSD, you want to measure their improvement, their growth, their healing process. And so you will measure how many days a week are you having these hyperarousals or nightmares and avoidant behaviors, avoidant thoughts. How many times are you looking for the exit doors and things like that. So those are some of the ways in which you can measure healing. But we also forget that healing is not just these measurements or outcomes or just the tangible items that are itemizable, but really healing is relational. It's you're talking to your parents again. You're talking to your children and you started to apologize when you screamed. That's a sign of healing. Healing is also emotional. And I think that's something that we commonly talk about. Healing is also spiritual. Maybe somebody who had deep belief that they are no longer loved by God, now having changed perspective of who they are in perspective of God and faith and community. That's part of healing. But this book does not include that. That doesn't mean that it's not part of healing. It doesn't mean that you're not going towards the right direction. So for me, the idea of healing is so precious and beautiful. And healing may not look the same for everyone. Healing is not going to be just one direction either. You may have some turns, ups and downs. I think healing also requires some relapses and regressions, but you're going towards its direction as much as it's a destination.
Right. So it seems to me in the work that I've been doing in mental health as a practicing psychologist and it's doing coaching since mid-1970s.
Incredible, yeah.
That spirituality, an invitation to consider faith, intuition, and hope as legitimate, that's on the rise. And more I hear people saying the DSM is great to put down for insurance, but in terms of real life, like I know your company Valeo integrates clinical excellence with spiritual care. Can you talk about how you bring spiritual care into mental health care?
Yeah, no, thanks for that question. And, Valeo, as I said in the beginning, we are a nonprofit that is comprised of professional psychologists, therapists, and psychiatrists. So we don't practice specific spiritual or faith-based or religious-based practice at all. There are other organizations that do provide and come alongside of them. But, we really honor wherever they are because the truth of the matter is I have treated many children and adolescents who are dealing with depression and suicidal ideation in a randomest place in the world. So I would wake up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning because of the time zone difference to meet them and speak to them and speak word of truth to them as they are struggling in their mental health. So I think the idea of spiritual care and having all these understanding of different ways in which people cope, people heal is such an important thing, that comprehensive and holistic view of healing. Just like I said, healing is emotional, healing is relational, healing is spiritual. We can't just say, oh, okay, I'm going to give you Prozac and you're going to be much better. No, right? Many of us practice that way. That's such shame and that's such pity. We are more than just biology. We are more than just genes. We are more than just brain. Oh my goodness, we have so much more than that.
So with that said,
Hey, Doc, I want to show a little short video right now based on her describing the practices and all that, and then we'll get back. Here we go.
When you are deeply sensitive, introverted, and don't have words to describe how you feel, you get those labels: melancholic, irritable, too much, prickly, intense. Those are all the words that I heard growing up. My journey to become a child psychiatrist and now a mother of 2 children, with all the hardships and trials I've gone through, have been a journey of healing for me and understanding who I really am. And I'm thankful that I have accurate descriptions of who I really am. Worthy, valuable, cherished, celebrated, chosen. Who helped you to shake off all this junk that's been spoken over you, to know who you really are and truly embrace your worth? Hi, I'm a child psychiatrist, a development officer at Valeo, a nonprofit organization that provides counseling and psychiatric care to Christian global workers.
It's embarrassing to see myself in the video.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great video, and I had to play it because I was listening to you describe some of the things that you were doing. I turn it back over to you, Dr. Michael Mantell.
So based on all this, I'm curious as to how you suggest cultivating emotional strength and mental well-being in children today, especially in the fast-paced, crazy, stressful environments where they're on the phones all the time getting information. We really don't know what they're being told or what they're learning about. How do we build emotional strength into children today?
Mm-hmm. Parents and families, caregivers need to know more about themselves. They need to learn who they are, where they are from, what triggers them, what ticks them off, what makes them angry, what drives them. Because, look, these kids look up to adults, grown-ups, caregivers around them for modeling. And it's no-brainer that when parents and caregivers are healthy emotionally, they are relationally secure, and when they know who they are and where they're going, these children also feel that security, right? So resilience and building those children, rather than, of course, good programs are important and nurturing them is important, and exposing them to various cultures and diversity, all these things are wonderful things. But I would start something very easy, which is owning that we all have responsibilities in these children's lives, right? I have 2 little kids and I have huge responsibility of nurturing them, growing them, speaking truth over them, and admitting when I fail, because I fail every day. I mess up every day. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I tell myself I'm never going to do this or say this when my parents told me. I might have wonderful, lovely parents, but I do. And when I do, the most important thing is owning it and saying, hey, I'm not perfect, but I'm working towards it and I will get better. And the important thing is, if family is important, let's say sorry, we forgive each other, we reconcile because we love each other. So that modeling part is one of the most important thing I would say in terms of growing our children healthy.
Wow. I think you are right on track. And modeling, being the example is so important. But we're going to take a station break, but we got so much more with Dr. Care that we're going to come back to. If you want to be part of this conversation, go to the platform that you're watching us on. Ask any question that you might have, or pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Are y'all ready? For the Dr. James.
At Viridian.
Dr. James, Cooley. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life.
His mentorship.
In a journey that ain't over yet, as all of us. A must listen for anyone who thinks they're stuck in life or needs to understand that their current situation is not their final destination. Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet, is the unfiltered truth to provide hope for the future by challenging you to refuse to become a victim of life's circumstance and dare to become an overcomer, because a bigger, better, and more impactful life awaits you. Get the new audio version of his book, Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet, by Dr. James Cooley, on Amazon or wherever books are sold.
Check it out. It's your life with Dr. James.
Hello. Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And I tell you what, these two are the top docs in the world. I mean, in my opinion, we're discussing the truths and the myth in mental health, 306-degree health, with the one and only Dr. Michael Mantell, and we got Dr. Care. I like to call her You Care. But we're going to begin this segment with the link is what you think. And Dr. Mike, can you take it over from here? The link.
I sure can. Let me just get my book out of here. So Dr. Care, every week we highlight something that I randomly choose from my book. The link is what you think. There's the book, and there's that handsome guy on the cover. I don't know how they did that, but okay, whatever. And I like to just remind people that I am the author of the original Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. P.S. It's all small stuff. And the link is what you think to help people live better and disturb themselves less. So I'm going to choose page 49. Okay, randomly just opened it up. And these are 5 things to consider to help you live your life better. The title of this is Who Are You? Number 1, what you think you're not is what's keeping you from advancing. Number 2, what you're getting out of spending your time worrying about what others think of you. What are you getting out of that? What do you care? Stop wanting to be someone else. It's impossible and thus ridiculous. What good comes to you from judging yourself through the eyes of others? What do you really care what others think about you? They're entitled to their opinion and you're entitled to your own. And number 5, don't waste a moment of your day being against yourself. That's the key. Remember, the real link is what you think. If any of those points sparked even one new way to live better, mission accomplished. Remember, until next time we bring this back up, stay curious, stay kind, and don't sweat the small stuff.
I love it.
There you go.
You know, wow, that was incredible, Dr. Michael Mantell. You know, Dr. Care,
Yes.
a lot of people are suffering or they think they are, and they want a quick fix on for their emotional pain. Why is patience such an important part of healing?
Wow. You know, when I see my kids 2 and 4 and their little bodies, they heal up so quickly. They get bruised, they get scraped, they get scratched, but they heal up very quickly. But as they get older, I notice that the healing time takes longer. And I think healing takes longer because it's complex. It's not just the surface skin, but you're also dealing with the blood vessels underneath. There are platelets. There are many things that are going on that require healing that are not visible into your eyes. So healing takes time and it requires patience because we're not just talking about that one incident that you experienced 20 years ago that requires just rewiring of your thoughts and perceptions and thinking, but instead it is about 20 years worth of thoughts after thoughts after thoughts that accumulate on top of it. The behaviors and patterns and coping skills that you developed, the idea of who you are that you have started to shrine yourself with, people that you started to interact with as a result of that incident or the thought that you developed as a result of it. So healing takes time and it requires patience because it is complex.
Because of this complexity, we talk about platelets and blood vessels and cuts and all of these bruises. What role does the mind, the psychology, play in healing? If your husband's an orthopedic surgeon, would you rather do surgery on someone who's convinced it's not going to help? Or would you rather do surgery on someone who says, I have full confidence and faith, I'm feeling very good about this, I'm hopeful? Different mindset. What do you think about that in terms of mental health healing?
Absolutely. My husband can tell you that anecdotally, he will see in his clinic those who are more optimistic, who are joyful, who are living life, and they come in their 70s and 80s and 90s. They come in with their Starbucks coffee in one hand, and they said, "I'm sorry, I'm late. I had to put some makeup on, or I had to stop by and get some, this and that." They recover much quicker, and their joy is just persistent and pervasive. And their risk of complications is also low. It's just anecdote, but it happens. But on the other side, there are people who are pessimistic, who are deeply emotionally also struggling, have lack of connections with people, and might be lonely, and who are often difficult to deal with because they are mean to the medical staff, or they are just very complaining and bitter, and they just, their personality makeup after the surgery is over, that seemingly has gone very well. Sometimes the complications rates are higher and their pain level is higher. And so you see this stark difference. And it's not just in my husband's clinic. The research after research shows and proves that healthy mind, right? Healthy mind and psychology and perspectives of life really do determine how well we do and how we fare in life, even when it comes to external circumstances, external adversities of life situations, death of spouses, loss of limbs even, and wars, to internal adversities like having predispositions to developing mental health disorders. These people fare much better.
This is not a repudiation of science. It's an invitation to add to science. Medicine is certainly very helpful. If you want to fuel medicine, this mindset that you're describing is so important.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shift gears and ask you about your cross-cultural experiences. You have you've lived a beautiful, magnificent cross-cultural experience in so many ways. What universal patterns have you noticed about our emotional well-being?
Wow, that's a great question. So I had a privilege of growing up in South Korea, living in South Africa for several years in my early adolescence, coming to the States and having lived in many different countries. I'm married to an Egyptian American husband, and just living in a sort of a global sense of what connects us, what unites us. So that's something that goes through my mind all the time. So when we think about what resonates deep inside in terms of human mental health across different states and countries, I do think it is shame. Unfortunately, it's the negative aspect of that. What I mean by that is, we know that many of us experience shame of being found out, of being known, being unloved, being rejected or left out. That shame prevents us from being our true, authentic selves. But a surgeon can't do surgery unless the person is bare and open, exposed, right? You don't perform hip and knee surgeries while the patient is still wearing tight jeans, sparkly leggings, or gorgeous leather boots to you, right? Those things need to be stripped away. But in the creation account in the book of Genesis, we see that Adam and Eve were both naked but not ashamed. But after the fall of humankind, through their disobedience to God, they hid themselves behind leaves. They hid from God and they hid from each other. And I see that across the universe. I see that. I see people, myself included, we have this deep intrinsic shame of being known and being found out, being loved or unloved, being rejected. So yeah, I still remember distinctively when I was a medical student working in the ER. There was a frail elderly woman was wheeled in, and she was in critical condition. The first thing the ER staff did was cut off all her clothes with shears. And you had to stop the source of the bleeding. You had to identify broken bones, find veins for IV perfusion to keep her alive. So when a person opens up and shares with a trusted individual saying, hey, I'm struggling, in that honesty and vulnerability, the shame is broken. The chains of shame is broken. And she becomes connected to another human being in that relationship. And I see that she is empowered to take the next bold step in that connection. She no longer has to fight alone.
Wow. You're absolutely right, Doc. But sometimes that's tough.
It is, of course. Yeah.
It's tough. But we have to hang in and stay strong. We got to take a station break, but we're going to come back. We still got a lot more of Dr. Care. And I absolutely, Dr. Michael Mantell. If you want to be part of this conversation, I'll make it easy for you to pick up the phone. You dial 1-888-344-1170. Yes, your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
JC Cooley. Oh, it's your life.
At Viridian Christian University, we believe education is more than just a degree. It's a pathway to a purpose-driven life. Whether you're advancing your career, pursuing a passion, or building a new future, VCU's 100% online programs give you the flexibility to learn on your terms, anywhere, anytime. With expert faculty, personalized mentorship, and a faith-centered approach, you'll gain the skills, knowledge, and leadership you need to make a lasting impact. VCU offers bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees, each designed to empower you for success in today's fast-changing world. Join a global community of believers, learners, and leaders. Ready to start your journey? Viridian Christian University, transforming lives, empowering futures. Visit us at ViridianChristianUniversity.com. That's ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Cooley. Heart disease research saves lives. It's that simple. Thanks to medical advancements funded by the American Heart Association, more women are surviving heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases than ever before. But there's still so much work to do.
Hi, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I'm raising funds to support life-saving research because every heartbeat is worth fighting for. In honor of Women's History Month, please join me in support of the American Heart Association and women's health. Hello. Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. Tuesday, I tell you, Dr. Michael Mantell, 306 Degree Health. And we got this absolutely extraordinary guest on that's explaining a whole lot of stuff to us and enlightening us on a lot of things. And I just want to, hey, Dr. Mike, you know I gotta do this.
I was waiting for this.
Hey, Dr. Care, this is such an extraordinary conversation. I think we need to do part 2 later on down the line, if your schedule permits.
It would be a privilege. Thank you.
Yeah, we would love to have you back on because this is a topic that we're not going to get through every time. You already know that. 60 minutes goes by pretty fast. But Dr. Mike, can we get her back on again in the next month or so, 2 months?
Absolutely. Let's try to do that. Dr. Care, we'll have you back in because, you've touched on something that's so important here. And I don't think mental health professionals are too comfortable talking about these, what we call softer areas, but encouraging patients to mobilize hopeful belief, meaning their serenity, their spirituality doesn't conflict with rigorous care. It actually complements it. And that seems to me to be what you are bringing up. And so I just think that this is an important discussion that is groundbreaking. I know that psychiatrists are talking more and more about it, but I appreciate your forward-thinking leadership. Now, let's shift gears and talk again about Valeo. the company with whom you serve as development officer, I believe, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. You're not just healing individuals, you're expanding the capacity for care. You're reaching all over the world. Well, what's that look like?
Well, I'm fundraising, and this is a new thing that I've never done before. But guess what? Somebody has to do it, and I've decided to do it because that's how much I care about this particular group, this particular population that I serve. And yeah, I find it a privilege. What I've been doing, it's wonderful because I was joking when I just said I'm fundraising, but it's a big perspective of engaging with people, advocating and speaking and sharing vulnerably from my own experiences of wounds and opening up and inviting that conversations. It's just been such a delight. And it's been such a delight also connecting with people of like-minded visions, talking about, hey, when was the last time you talked about mental health with somebody that you know? When was the last time you thought about people who don't even have basic mental health treatment access in places where they live? So it's been a pleasure and it's been wonderful. In terms of fundraising, and I know if it is a platform that I can speak to, I would love to invite anybody who is interested in knowing more about it, learning more about it, to go to our website, valeo.global. It's VALEO global, GLOBAL, to learn more about what we do and what kind of services we offer. If you think there are people who may benefit from it, please refer. If you want to invest into it in through resources, time, and gift, please also connect with me, connect with us. We would love you to be part of our community.
And people can follow you on LinkedIn, where you have a wonderful presence. So, Dr. Kheir, when you think about the discussion we've had, it's almost been an hour. We have a few minutes left. I'm wondering, what do you hope our listeners and our viewers, literally from all around the world, take away from your work about healing, faith, and the human spirit and mental health?
Wow. Every question you're asking is like, I need 2 hours to think about it.
You're doing great. You're doing great. We want you back.
Wow. Ask me that question one more time.
What do you what's the takeaway that you want listeners, viewers to take away about your work with faith and healing and human spirit and emotional well-being?
Yeah. What I would say is, know that you're not alone. Know that you are not alone in your fight, battling against depression, anxiety, psychosis, relational issues, conflicts, anger, addictions of all sorts, whatever it may be. Know that you're not the only one battling with it, struggling with it. There are people who have suffered but overcome. There are people who are silently suffering and just waiting for that person to open up and share or ask, how are you doing? How are you really doing? Know that you can have both joy and suffering hand in hand and enjoy life. You can be well and not well at the same time. It's not contradictory. It's called life. And do not be fearful of being found out, being rejected. Identify people that you can trust and open up so that you're no longer living in that chain of shame, but that you, through connections, through relationships, heal. And when you are healed, when you are well, that you can be the agent of healing to those around you. Oh, I can tell you so many stories of because
Share a quick story with us.
Yeah, I can tell you, because I had a tragic miscarriage many, many years ago, and that led me to a deep depression and thoughts that terrified me. I'm able to speak truth with empathy and love, and I can identify with those who have lost their children or many other types of griefs and loss. And now it has allowed me to be a better mom, not perfect, but better mom who is more grateful and more grounded, more appreciative, because I had that tragedy that allowed me to dig deeper into my past, my own relationship with my mother and my father, their generational challenges and sufferings, and that allowed me to dig deeper, so that when I am a psychiatrist, I'm not somebody who would just give out medications, but who would deeply connect with that person and say, how can I help you, and be present. Remember the phrase, the ministry of presence. You can just be present, speak nothing, but be the agent of healing. Because when a human being made in the image of God and another human being made in the image of God sit side by side, there's healing, there's connection, there's power.
I hope your children will listen to that last part and take it with them for the rest of their lives.
And not fight and love each other.
Hey, Dr. Care, you put up a book, your book. How can people get it?
My book?
Yes. I thought you raised a book earlier.
Oh,
that's this one is not my book. This is
how can they get that book? Do you know?
But you can connect with me on LinkedIn, because I post daily with these deep reflections. Some of them that come from my own personal experiences. So,
I want to thank Dr. Michael Mantell again. Absolutely fantastic guest. Dr. Care, love this discussion. Hopefully you'll come back and we'll do it again. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for always putting together another outstanding show. Most importantly, I'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners for tuning into the James Cooley Show. It's your life Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always dream big, think big, and be big at everything that you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
It's your life. That's right. It's Dr. James, J.C. Cooley. It's your life show. Dr. James, J.C. Cooley. It's the James Cooley show. It's your life.
I don't think I can hear you, Dr. Cooley.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you. Yes. Are we backstage?
This was an absolutely fantastic interview or discussion, and we're looking forward to having you back on again. So, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show today.
Thank you for the work you're doing, and God bless you. Appreciate
God
your
bless you as
invitation.
well. All right.
Thank you.
So,
Take care.
looking forward to having you back on again real soon.
Yes, I would love to connect. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Something is wrong. So, let me try this.